Hi, and welcome to Border Life Gaming, our first ever recorded stream. We are going to play Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, Scenario 1. And this is Kevin.
Hello.
And I'm Marianne. And I will let him explain a little bit about what we're playing and all the information.
We'll be starting on scenario 1. It's roadside ambush, and scenarios 1 through 5 kind of ease you into the game of Gloomhaven. You start out with just using basic skills with basic cards, unlike the original game, which throws you into it kind of head first. But as the scenarios progress, you start learning more stuff with using elements and more stronger cards, and you get a bigger variety of monsters to fight. And I'm gonna be using the Hatcher, and she's gonna be using the red card. Kind of some of our favorite ones. And whenever you start playing, you actually start out with 6 cards in your hand. Modifier deck that actually gives you different skills and stuff to add to when you attack.
That's what they look like.
And then you have another card here, which shows you the order of the round. It's card selection, order of initiative, character monster turns, and an end of turn. And it tells you all the different abilities that you can put on them if you disarm them, multiple them. And these are some of your money tokens that you'll actually be using in this first one. And we'll show you those as we go. And you have like the modifier deck for the monsters and the initiative cards for the monsters. You don't really use these until the second round. And these are your the actual card that tells you your level 1, their health if they're not an elite, and their moves and their attack. And each card has different levels on it you can turn. Your standard monster has the white base for the standees and the yellow for the elite.
And basically, to get your level, our characters start out at level 1. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because you take the number of characters that are playing, which is 2, and divide it in half, which is 1. So that's that. And the same for the monsters that you're fighting. You do the 2 characters divided in half. It's level 1, and that's easy. If you want to go a little bit higher, you can go ahead and flip it. It makes it really hard. And I guess that's it for explaining on the board. The goal of Scenario 1 is just to kill all the enemies, and our enemy in the first one are the Vermling Raiders. And that's kind of what they look like. And you see green hexes here, and those are obstacles. And basically you can't move through them. The only way to be able to move through them is to destroy them, and you can only do that with the Demolitionist. And we aren't playing Demolitionist, so we're not really going to destroy anything. But I am going to go ahead and play the introduction on an app that was downloaded onto our phone from Forteller, and it tells all the introductions and conclusions, because it's a little bit better storyteller than I am.
Yeah.
So, give me 1 second and I will play the first one.
The road back to Gloomhaven has been long, and now, to get attacked by vermlings when all you want is a warm meal and a soft bed, well, it makes you mad. Mad enough to kill these mangy creatures before you collapse from exhaustion. Of course, the vermlings have other plans. They gibber about wanting your coin and the meat on your bones. Nasty things, really. Best to ignore their ranting and end this quickly.
Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're both going to pick 2 cards. And basically, when you pick your 2 cards, you go and you pick a bottom action and a top action. You cannot pick 2 bottom or 2 top. If you don't want to use the action on there, you can do the basic movement action of move 2, which is on the bottom, or the basic attack option, which is attack 2 on the top. But normally we end up using it. And their initiative is 50, and the initiative pretty much tells you the order in which you're going, and the lowest initiative goes first. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. I don't think there's any special rules. It just says make sure each character's starting hand consists of 6 ability cards marked A, which we have, and that is marked right up here in that little red box right there. And then it says the Vermling Raiders will act on initiative 50 each round. They will first move their base move value of 1, and then if a character is adjacent to them, attack for their base attack of 2. So I guess we'll go ahead and pick the cards. If you're ready. Anything else you can do?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm on the bottom, you're on the top.
Yeah, you have 0.
Did you move it?
Yep.
And I'm supposed to start out with 10 health, but apparently
I moved it to 0.
you wanted me dead already. Alright. Okay. So I'm actually going to start out.
Alright.
So I'm going to put my attack right there. I mean, my start right there. Okay. Alright, my initiative's 14.
Mine is 35.
35? No, you're over there.
Yeah.
Duh. Okay. And they're 50, so I go first. Because I like to go first.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to attack Firmly Raider number 5, and their number is on there, and you just throw them out randomly. But I'm going to attack him because he's a range of 2 for 2 plus my modifier. Modifier is +0, so I'm going to attack him for 2 and immobilize him. And the way that we are marking our attack is by a die. The tokens they get you are really hard to read. And please bear with us. Playing this, we might forget some rules or something. If we do, just let us know.
And that's the little markers they give you. They don't give you the case, but we ordered the cases off of Amazon. Good deal. But you got 3s, 1s, and 10s for the markers. We do use them for the traps. You'll see later, but it's easier for just to use the dice for individuals.
Okay, so it's your turn.
All right, I am going to attack. Well, actually, I'm going to add 1 attack to all my attacks this turn. I'm going to attack number 5 for 4 plus my modifier, which is +0, which he's dead.
He is gone. Alright, so we put a money token because whenever you kill them, they drop a money token. Alright, so I will place him over here and take the immobilized thing off. And the die off. Alright, so now it is the Vermling Raiders' turn. Number 1 goes first. He can't move because he has to move towards the one side. Right? But I'll move him up here. And then number 2 is next. He'll move down. And then he'll move this way towards us, because normally they're supposed to move towards the line of sight. And that ends that round, right?
Yep.
Alright, so we gotta pick 2 more cards. You know, I never did the second half of them.
Oh, didn't?
No. Which was move 3, so I'm just going to move 2. Because that's the second half of mine.
Because they'd be moving that direction. That way it covers him going that way too.
Yeah, that's true. Alright. What's yours?
Mine is 24.
Okay, mine is 63. So he goes first, and then the Raiders, and then me.
Alright, I'm gonna move 4. Or actually, I'm gonna go 3, and then I'm going to attack number 4 with the range of 3 for 3 damage plus modifier.
+1.
Plus 1, which is 4.
So
To
he
number
is
4.
4 for number 4. Okay. Alright, I'm going to sit on that one.
That's it.
Okay. Don't forget your money, Toby.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they go next. Number 1 goes first. He moves 1. Number 2 next. He moves 1. Number 4 next. Moves 1. Alright, now it's my turn. And I am going to move 4. I'm going to go 1. I'm just going to move 2. Because I have a range of 2. So I'm going to hit number 4 for a 3. Because with the range of 2, I can hit him for 3 plus my modifier, and I do not have a disadvantage because I'm not adjacent to him. So 3 plus modifier minus 1. So I hit him for 2, which means he's still not dead because he has 10 health. Yeah. Alright. Next round. What's your range?
Up to 3. Only 1 damage.
Well, that'll be okay. Hopefully your modifier won't miss. Because how many targets do you get? 3 targets. So you could actually, yeah. Okay. Alright, so
18.
mine's 41. Near 50. So the hatchet goes first.
Alright, I'm gonna move 2. I think 2. Actually, I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move up to 5, and then I'm going to attack numbers 4 and number 1
Yeah.
for 1 at the range of 3, and I can target up to 3 plus 1. So they each get 2 damage.
2 damage. So he has 8 he has 2. Number 1. Okay, so now it's my turn. So it's 41, and I am going to do my basic movement. And I'm just going to move 1 right here to attack the elite. And then it says attack 2, target all adjacent enemies. All adjacent enemies suffer 2 damage plus a different modifier for each. So 2 plus 2, which is 4. So he's dead.
Yay.
Alright, so he's gone. Money token there.
We're busy.
Right in front of me.
Oh.
Okay. Alright. So that whole round is over.
I'm looking for shuffle our cards and have to discard.
Shuffle and discard. Alright. Now we go again. You have yours?
Yeah, number 25.
It's 41. So he goes first, then me, and then them.
Well, I'm going to move 3. Actually 2. Sorry, I moved the table. And I do. Oh, nope, never mind. Can't do it because it's adjacent. Isn't adjacent. I guess I could. Yeah, I'll just stay there, and I'm going to attack number 1 for 3 plus my modifier. Probably a miss. Ah, boy, am I good.
You missed?
I missed it.
Alright. So it's my turn?
Yes.
Alright, I am first going to attack number 1 for 3 plus my modifier. 0, but he's dead. So we put a money token in. There.
Oh,
And then I'm going to just do a basic movement of 2. So I'm going to move here and get that money. Yay! Alright. Now it is their turn. So he moves 1 and he's going to attack me for 2 plus a modifier. And he missed me. Yay! Okay. Next round. Put that over there. Oh, because I lost it already. Okay. I'm 14.
I'm 24.
Okay, so I go first. And I'm going to target all my adjacent enemies. 2 attack plus a separate modifier for each. -1, so I hit number 2 for 1. And then I am going to move 3 and get that money.
Alright, I'm going to attack number 2 for 3 plus modifier. Plus 4, so he's dead.
Yay! So that would be the end of that round. Sorry, my bad. That scenario. Since we killed all the enemies, I'm going to go ahead and play the conclusion. And then we'll be right back to you. Give me 1 second.
You wipe the blood of the last vermling from your face, and your thoughts return to the sleeping lion. Surely they've got a stew ready by now. It would be so perfectly warm and soothing, and it's right through that gate. So close, you can already taste it. But then, another thought comes. It is highly unusual, brazen really, for a pack of vermlings to operate this close to the city. Could they be behind the string of disappearances? It's a long shot, but one worth investigating, especially considering this ambush site doesn't look like their base of operations. There is probably a nest nearby that, with any luck, will have more information on the missing blacksmith. And treasure. Treasure would be nice.
Okay, so that's the end of that conclusion for this round. Our rewards were just to open a new location, which is Scenario 2, a hole in the wall. I have 2 money tokens, and each money token is worth 2 gold. So I have 4 gold. And Hatchet has how many?
2.
You have just 2 gold?
Yep.
1 money token? Okay, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to go ahead and do Scenario 2 in this recording, and we just got to set it up, so we'll be right back. Hi everybody, we are back.
Hello.
We're gonna play Scenario 2. Give me 1 second. Take that off since we don't have that anymore in here. Yeah, take that off. 1 second.
My IT person.
Okay, so that is all set up. Let's make sure we have the whole board in here this time. Let's move it down a little. There we go. Alright, trying to get everything in here together. Okay, this is Scenario 2, a hole in the wall. Goal is to kill all the enemies. We had to switch out 2 cards as well as special rules. It says make sure each character has swapped out 2 of their ability cards marked A for the ability cards marked B. So right here, I don't know if you can see it, there is the A, there's the new B, and it's the same name, but let's see, now we have money tokens on the board right here. We have traps on the board. When you go through them or you land on them, any character, it gives that character 3 damage. We still have our green hexes, which are our obstacles that we can't go through unless they're destroyed. And now there's a purple hex right here, which is a door. The other room cannot be set up yet until that door is open. Now the raiders do not move on initiative. They have their initiative on their ability card right there, 85. So they can either go before us or after us. Anything else?
That should do it. And we'll show you a card here shortly that'll show you a push or a pull. So you actually can pull a monster into a trap or push him into it.
And we also have a treasure tile here. I forgot to mention that. And that will tell us which item we get from the treasure box. So I'm going to go ahead and play the intro to number 2, Hole in the Wall.
The tracks are easy to spot. Vermlings have never been known for their subtlety. You follow the scratching and indicators of a body being dragged until you find yourself approaching the walls of Gloomhaven. The sun is very low, but something isn't right. That isn't just a shadow cast across a lower section of the wall. It's a hole. The vermlings have made a nest for themselves by burrowing into the wall itself. How industrious. You crouch low and try to sneak closer. But they must have guards watching the entrance. There is a shrill shrieking, and then a number of vermlings jump from the dark, brandishing their dull, poorly made weapons. No choice now but to defend yourself. Luckily, you've managed to get your second wind, but you will definitely need a nice, long bath after this ordeal.
Okay, so that's the end of that one. And I guess we can go ahead and start.
We pick our cards before we flip theirs to show their initiative first. got mine picked.
Alright, me too.
Mine is 24.
I'm 41. And they are 59. So we both go before them. Alright, you go first.
First one, I'm going to, instead of move, I'm going to add 1 attack to all your attacks this turn. So, and then I got a range of 3 for attack of 3. So I'm going to attack number 5 plus modifier plus 1, which is 5. So he is actually dead. So I can put a money token down there.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome. And that 1 attack is for yours or for mine?
Which means, oh no, just mine.
Oh, okay. Alright.
It says on all your attacks.
Oh, okay.
This turn.
Gotcha. So I was going to do this, but I will move for 1, 2, 3, and I will target 2 adjacent enemies, which there's only 1, number 2, for 2 damage, and no modifier for this card, so he has 2 damage. Right? And now it's their turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They can move 1, but he's not going to move 1 because he's next to me, except for number 1. Number 1 will.
Yep.
And since he's going towards his line of sight, he is going to actually go in the trap for 1. So he's going to go 1, give 3 damage to himself. And will you put 3 damage on number 1? And okay, so number 1's done. So number 2 is not going to move. He's going to hit me for what, 2?
Yes.
Plus his modifier. And he missed me. Yay! And now I got to shuffle cards. Alright. So it is now a new round, right?
Yes.
They are 36.
I'm 25.
And I am 38. So hatchet and then
I'm going to move up to 4, but I'm going to move 3. And it says move up to 4 hexes away, then collect all money tokens or treasure tiles in or adjacent to your hex and lose this card. And you put that on the wall side.
and he can't get that back until the next scenario.
So I'll pick up these 2.
Is that all you're going to do?
Then I'm going to attack number 2 for 3 at the range of 3 plus modifier, which is plus 0, which he's dead because he already had 2 damage.
So instead. Alright, now it's their turn. He's going to move 1 towards me. He has a range of 2, attack of 2, minus 1. So it's 1 plus his modifier. So he's going to hit me for 2, which puts me down to 8 health. And I'm going to do that. Alright, so that was it for him, right? Okay. So now it's my turn. I am going to loot all money tokens and treasure tiles adjacent to your hex. 2. And then I don't have any adjacent enemies, so send it on. Okay. Alright. Let you
50.
okay. I'm 14.
51.
Okay. So it's me, then them, then catch it. Alright, so I'm going to attack one enemy within 2 hexes, and I'm going to disarm him. For 2 plus a modifier, and he cannot attack until the end of next turn. So he's dead. 2. It doesn't matter, he's dead.
Okay.
Plus 0. So if you put a money token where he is, because you still get to go. And even if you kill them all and there is not a monster on the board, you can finish the round. So that just means that, oh, I'm not even done. Because I can move 3. Yeah, I'll pick it up. Alright, so I keep forgetting this is not the end of the scenario because we have a door.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
I'm going to move 5, go ahead and open the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's going to put an exclamation point. That means the door has been opened, and we need to put the raiders out. So they're over there. There's only 2,
And none of these are elites.
but they still get to go this round. So number 1 is going to move.
I have 51.
Yeah, no, but
Oh, yeah.
they still get to go no matter if they go before or after. So 1 and 1. Okay. All right.
Discard another card.
Okay. My heal for you is gone. Me too.
Favorite ones.
Take it back.
Go back on favorite cards. Two.
Flip theirs over.
Be 85.
Right, I'm 87.
I'm 35.
All right, so you go first.
All right, I'm gonna do my favorite card at this level again. Add 1 attack to all your attacks this turn, and I'm going to attack number 1 for 3. So that would be 4 plus modifier. Yeah. 0, but still he's got 4 damage.
4 for number 1. Okay, so now it's their turn.
Yep.
All right, so he is going to move 1, right?
Yep.
Which means he sets off the trap and he's dead.
Yep, we can do that. I like it. Good thinking.
Right, but you put a money token there.
Yeah. And something we hadn't went over in the back, this is the glossary book. It shows you all the different ways monsters can move, and they give you the ability to choose, as long as it's in the line of sight, that they can hit a trap or not hit a trap. And it's kind of up to your discretion. So they leave a lot of things open for you that makes it a lot fun.
Okay, so now it's the end of that round because I already moved him.
Okay.
So I can take that off. Alright. Oh, we have to flip this
Oh yeah.
and shuffle it in. Because there's a little shuffle icon right there. Whenever it's played, you have to shuffle it at. So, shuffling, 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 shuffling. Alright, flip theirs. 36. What do you have?
18.
I have 38. So it's you, then them, then me.
So I'm gonna go for the chest.
Go for just.
All right. I'm gonna move 5 up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hit the chest. But I'm going to attack him for 3 at the range of 3 plus modifier -1. So number 2 actually has 2 damage.
He does.
Yeah, I just hit him.
Oh.
3 -1. Which one are you looking for?
No. I was just. You'll get it in a minute.
Oh.
Get that tile.
Yeah.
Alright. So I am going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And take that money token. And I don't have any adjacent enemies. So. And I lose that card.
And this week we will actually be painting these little miniatures. These things are great for being in the game and all. So we'll give them some life this week.
Okay. Now I get to shuffle and discard again.
Messed up. He should have 2 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about it, y'all. Put 3, but because I had -1. Heal.
Alright, so pick our cards. Do what?
Oh, good.
Which card's that?
Add 1. And one thing about the treasure tiles, not all of them are beneficial to you. But you'll find that out in later scenarios when you play.
Alright.
Mine is 24.
That's 38.
Oops. There's a 50.
Okay. So you, then me, then them.
Alright. I'm just going to do the good old attack 3, range 3, and add 1 to all my attacks this turn. So that would be 4 plus modifier, which is +0.
So he's dead.
He's dead. That scenario is done.
Well, except I get to
Oh, yeah. She's going to find a way to have more
money.
money tokens than I do.
And I'm going to move 2. Doesn't really matter which way I go. Get that money token. Okay. So, our reward we get for finishing this round is 25 gold each. We get to open up the shop, which is items 1 through 13. You can buy, but that's it. You can't go above item number 13. And we open a new location, which is Scenerio 3, the Black Ship. And I'll let him tell you what he got in the treasure chest. So if you don't want to spoil it for you, if you're going to play it, stop it or fast forward it.
Yeah. 3 money tokens. So we are tied at on this one.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to show you the treasure index because I don't want to show any spoilers. But some of it's really good, and there's a few that ain't. But you'll see in future.
So we got 25 gold plus our 5 tokens, which is 10 actually. So we get 35 extra gold.
Nice. It gives me 37.
So, and that gives me something. I'll add it up in a minute. But let me play the conclusion for you in just 1 second.
With the foul nest cleansed of those wretched creatures, you take your time searching every nook. Surely the city guard will want to know about this. It can't be safe to have vermlings tunneling through the walls. It's hard enough to fend off their raids as it is. Eventually, you do manage to find an unexpectedly large amount of gold under some rotten wooden boards. Sifting through the treasure, you also find a strange note. In crude scratching, it details some business arrangement between the vermlings and someone by the name of Roland. Apparently, in exchange for supplying fresh corpses, Roland would pay the vermlings in gold, and judging by the amount here, the vermlings managed to kill quite a few people before you put an end to it. It's the best lead you have, so it's time to ferret out this Roland character. After resting at the Sleeping Lion, of course.
Okay, everybody. So that is the conclusion for Hole in the Wall Scenario 2. And that will be it for the video tonight. Our next video will be at least Scenario 3. But I think that's it for tonight.
That's it.
Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, press like or follow or subscribe. Any of those, whatever you gotta do. But y'all have a great night.
Thank you for watching.